And now, Top That Trade. Joining us today, Scott Bauer, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy, and that Phil Flynn who knocks us out every week. He's a Fox Business Network contributor. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Round number one, Side Smile. The stock market has been trading sideways. Is it true? Never sell a quiet market.
It's very dangerous to sell quiet, right?
It is very dangerous to sell quiet.
Yes. You can go back over 100 years of the Dow Jones average, and whenever they go sideways, it usually portends a big move, most of the time to the upside.
Yeah, and I agree. When you get that sideways trade and volatility comes down, that's the perfect time then to buy insurance. So either stay in the marketplace or get more invested in the marketplace, but buy that cheap insurance with it.
And right now, the people that have been buying insurance have actually been betting more on the put side, betting the prices are going to crash in October or something. Don't bet on it, but you can buy that protection, buy some of those puts, but then make sure you're long the stock along with it.
Round number two, magic dust. It's been said that cash is king. But with $34 trillion sitting on the sidelines, is that enough dry powder to lift up the stock market?
Well, it absolutely could, but all that money that's on the sideline, these are people, these are funds that are looking for that 5 to 7% pullback that we have not had in quite frankly, the longest time. So, you know what? Unless they get to work soon, I don't think they're going to have that opportunity before the end of this year.
Hence breaking out of the sideways pattern. Now, I know he's been a little concerned about losing sleep because all that money in his mattress that he's been sitting there gets very lumpy. It's not very comfortable. You got to kind of move the dollars around and that kind of stuff. But yeah, right now, I think we are seeing too much money on the sidelines right now. Why are we seeing that? Because everybody was trying to convince us we're going into a recession. Please, we're going into a recession. We're going into a recession. All the people that started to believe the recession talk have been on the sidelines. What's going to happen when they start to realize that yields are low and they're losing money by not being in the market? It's going to find its way back in there.
Round number three, cheap talk. The president helped to wipe out $56 billion from those FANG names after he mentioned at the UN meeting that regulators need to step in with social media companies. So will that affect those freewheeler social media stocks out there?
I think it already has, and I think that whenever you see government start to regulate something, it's always bearish for the market, and sometimes the government's making the wrong call. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think they're making the right call or the wrong call to look into social media?
I mean, they have to look into it. My take on it, though, is when we've seen this happen before with other industries, yes, you get an initial negative reaction. Now, this is a huge one, and maybe that's because some of these FANGs were a little bit overvalued going in. I don't think we're going to see any sort of regulation whatsoever in the coming months, even in the coming years. There may be talk about it. So I think once the initial shock of this is over, I actually think FANGs might be a good place to put some of that cash that we were just talking about that's on the sideline.
We have your bonus round question for today. It's a true or false. Did a toy maker decide to come out with Army women action figures because of a little girl?
Absolutely true.
True. She's 6 years old and she is from Arkansas. Good job.
Did you used to play with the little Army guys? Go back and forth.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.